So what, they're going to go on live? I go on live now? Okay. The word is blocking here. Can you see okay there? Can you see on your thing? Is it alright? Facebook? Clear? Tasharagya Mahabhagam Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavanaha Paritushyati Visvatma Tistato Nijasasane. Tasya, with him, Ragyaha, the king, Mahabhaga, the noble one, Bhagavan, the supreme personality of Godhead, Bhuta Bhavanaha, the original cause of the cosmic manifestation, Paritushyati, becomes satisfied, Visvatma, the super soul of the entire universe, Tistataha, being situated, Nijasasane, in his own governing situation. Translation, O noble one, if the king sees that the supreme personality of Godhead, the original cause of the cosmic manifestation, and the super soul within everyone is worshipped, the Lord will be satisfied. Please repeat, O noble one, if the king sees that the supreme personality of Godhead, the original cause of the cosmic manifestation, and the super soul within everyone is worshipped, the Lord will be satisfied. Purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It is a fact that the government duty is to see that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is satisfied by the activities of the people as well as by the activities of the government. There is no possibility of happiness if the government or citizenry have no idea of Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with the original cause of the cosmic manifestation, or if they have no knowledge of Bhuta Bhavana, who is Vishwa Atma, or the Super Soul, the soul of everyone's soul. The conclusion is that without engaging in devotional service, neither the citizen nor the government can be happy in any way. At the present moment, neither the king nor the governing body is interested in seeing that the people engage in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Rather, they are more interested in advancing the machinery of sense gratification. Consequently, they are becoming more and more implicated in the complex machinery of the stringent laws of nature. People should be freed from the entanglement of the three modes of nature, and the only process by which this is possible is surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is advised in the Bhagavad Gita. Unfortunately, neither the government nor the people in general have any idea of this. They are simply interested in sense gratification and in being happy in this life. The word Nijasasane, in his own governmental duty, indicate that both the government and the citizens are responsible for the execution of Varnashram Dharma. Once the populace is situated in the Varnashram Dharma, there is every possibility of real life, prosperity both in this world and in the next. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnanam Gnan Shulakaya Chakshurannilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Satpitam Yena Bhutale. Bring my shloka book. Shri Rupam Sakajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tam Sadvitam Shavadutam Parijanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shagavidam Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabham Shuta Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namarom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sanyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gauravatta Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, it's a very interesting point that is made by the Brahmanas who are trying to give some good advice to King Vena, who has declared himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has told all the subjects that you from now on should worship me. So they have come to give him good advice. Especially the word here you see in Sanskrit. Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavanaha. See, Paritushyati Vishwatma. See, he is trying to tell the subject that you should worship me. You know, I am the sum and substance of all the demigods. You see how much he is contaminated. You follow. Later on you will hear him speaking like that. But here they are telling that actually the real person who is to be worshipped is Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavanaha. This word, if you type in the search, you will see Bhuta Bhavana, so many verses, same line, Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavana. Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavana will come at least 20 times in the Bhavana. You know. So what does this word Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavana means? So you see here, we have in the Bhagavad Gita the same word. In the Bhagavad Gita, if you go, chapter 9, text 5, Krishna is also saying here, Nacha matstani bhutani pasya me yoga aishwaryam bhuta brahnacha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. See the word here? Bhuta bhavana. What does that mean? And yet behold, and yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic utterance. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities. See that point here? Bhuta Bhavana means he is the maintainer of all the living entities. You see? And although I am everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation for my very self, for myself is the very source of creation. So actually the Lord of everybody is God himself, Krishna. You understand? And that is also explained in another place. You can see. Let me just show you. There's so many verses on this. I'm just going to show you a few. See here again, see exactly the same word. Sohyam Adya Maharaja Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavanaha. Again, said Kala Rupo Pirnoshyam Abhavaya Sura Division. What does this mean again here? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, in the guise of all devouring time, Kalarupa, has now descended on earth to eliminate the envious from the world. See? So Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavana means he is the source of all living entities. Huh? You understand? So therefore, we have to first understand this very important point, that we are servant of Krishna. This point if you miss, then there's no meaning to your existence. You understand? Yeah? I'll show you again. In the Bhagavad Gita, this has been explained in the very famous verse. I'm sure you know. In this verse, Krishna, explaining here. This verse, Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasham Sarvaloke Maheshwaram Suhidam Sarva Bhutanam. Again, Suhidam Sarva Bhutabhavana. Same. Gyantva Mam Santi Mrichati. Translation: a person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice and austerity, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material misery. Again, if you must accept that Krishna is the benefactor, Krishna is the source of all sacrifice and austerity, and Krishna is the lord of all, Maheshwara, demigods, everybody, and Krishna is also the best friend of everybody. So in order to understand this, have to come to the point of living in a civilized condition. You understand this point? You must live in a civilized condition. Uncivilized is not possible. That's why it's explained here. You can see, I'll try to explain a little bit more. I think it's in 1938, I think. Let's go there. Maybe here, let me explain, let us see this. In this universe, there are limitless living entities in 8.4 million species, and all are wandering within this universe. I'm sure you understand that. Then what happens here, you see, I think this is about the living entity, how this dimension of the soul. The unlimited living entities can be divided into two divisions. Those that can move and those that cannot move. Among the living entities that can move, there are birds, aquatics and animals. Understood, right? Then we have, although the living entity is known as human beings are very small in quantity, that division may be still further subdivided. For there are many uncultured human beings like Malachas, Pulindas, Baudas and Sabaras. I mean, these are all, people who are uncivilized. Huh? Yeah, because this, this Malachas means, what does Malacha mean? Someone who is eating what? Meat. Pulindas, I think they are called the Greeks or something. Baudas are people who are atheistic. Sabaras are people who keep pigs. And of course they eat pigs also. Buddhists, yeah. Then here, among human beings, those who are followers of Vedic principles are considered civilized. And among these almost half simply give lip service while committing all kinds of sinful acts. This is the, I mean, I don't want to say, I know, man. Not finished. Yeah? Again, this principle. Such people do not care for regulative principles. So you see again, you go back again, you can read. Among human beings are those who have followed the Vedic principles are considered civilized. You understand? That means if you follow the Vedic principles only, you become civilized. If you follow any other denomination, you are not considered civilized. You understand this? We are not against other faith and all that. But if you do that, civilized. Civilization comes when you follow Vedic principles. Understand? Although they are considered civilized, among those almost half simply lip service only. As you see, many of them, even Brahminical order. That means these are the what? The caste by the birth. You understand? Huh? And they commit all kinds of sinful activities against this principle. In other words, meat eating, illicit sex, gambling, intoxicating. Yes. Jutapana, Stri Suna. Chatur, Yatra Adharma, Chaturvita. Yatra Adharma, Chatur. 4 kinds of sinful activities. That's in 117 something, I think. 11738 or something. You can go and see what happened to this one you took out. So you see how bad it is. That you understand? This is written thousands of years ago. This was not yesterday, today. Then such people do not care for it. They don't care also. I think you told me, no, you're some Brahmin, he's eating meat, he doesn't care. They don't care. So what? So what? Understand? That's why I say by birth, no? Some, as Prabhupada said, Prabhupada said, compared to them like, on the surface, like skeleton, they have some touch. But if they are fortunate, these people meet the pure devotee, then again they get revived. Just like us, maybe not you, me, I mean, but the contact with the pure devotee, then, life changes. Yes or no? You understand? It's different. Now let's see. The next verse. Among the followers of Vedic knowledge, most are following the process of fruitive activity. That means karma yoga. And distinguishing between good and bad work. They are always auspicious, inauspicious, good this. They are always into this. And out of many such sincere fruitive actors, we call it fruitive actors, there may be one who is actually wise. Follow. That means many of them are into what? Work is worship, going to work, many. They all are caught up in this process. You follow? Everyone practically working. You ask anybody who is not working, something wrong with you. And they accuse us. I think he never worked in his life. See how that one actually wise. Then you see the next one. Of course, you can go back and read the purport. I'm rushing through. I don't have the time. You have the time. You take note. You can read because Prabhupada's purport is there. Here, this is another verse. Out of many millions of such wise men, one may actually become liberated, mukta. And out of many millions of such liberated person, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna is very difficult to find. You understand this point? That means devotee of Krishna, you see how we are coming from where? Right? There are millions of species and then moving, non-moving, correct? And then what? Come to the human, and human you got uncivilized, and then from uncivilized you come to what? Civilized, and civilized also are what? Sinful. And out of that, many are into karma yoga, correct? And out of the so many karma, one may be wise, and out of that wise, hardly one will become a devotee of Krishna who is going to be very, very rare. You see the breakdown? Among the wise, one will become, that means the jnani. One who is going to become a jnana yoga. And out of many, many of these jnana yogis, hardly one you will find a devotee of Krishna. So you see how much rare, this is. Out of many millions of such liberated person, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna is very difficult to find. Right? Because the famous verse is there, I'm sure you know this verse. This verse I'm sure you know. Krishna Bhakta Niskama Ateiva Santa Mukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakali Asanta. So we are talking this now. You must accept Krishna. Bhaktaram Yagya Tapasham Sarvaloke Maya Suhidam Sarvabhuta Kyantva Shantim Mam Ruchati. So a person who wants to become peaceful, he must accept Krishna all in all. You see, therefore he only be a devotee. Only a devotee can become peaceful. Non-devotees cannot become peaceful. Those karma yogis, the jnana yogis, the one who is trying to do mystic yoga, all cannot become. That's why I say, bhukti mukti siddhi kami. Bhukti means one who wants karma. Mukti means someone who wants to become liberated, jnani. Siddhi means one who wants to be a yogi. Kami means someone who wants to enjoy senses. Sakali asha, they cannot become happy. Not possible. You understand this point? Translation. Because the devotee of Lord Krishna is desireless, he is peaceful. Fruity workers desire material enjoyment, jnani desire liberation, yogis desire material opulence, and therefore they all are lusty and cannot be peaceful. Are you following this point? Because after this there's a famous verse. I'm sure you know this one. Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayana sudurlabha prasantatma kotisva api mamune. Out of host great sage, out of many millions of materially liberated persons who are free from ignorance, and out of millions of siddhas who have nearly attained perfection, there is hardly one pure devotee of Narayana. Only such a devotee is actually completely satisfied and peaceful. So you see, today's subject is that, the word just now you saw in the word Mahatusti. Just now you saw the word, right? Mahatusti Viswatma. Today's word, right? Correct? You remember? Or you want me to go back and show you that thing? You remember? The word Mahatusti is there. Is that just, yes? Now what does that mean? The same point here, that if you want to become peaceful, you must accept that Krishna, Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavanaha. Understand? You must accept that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. And you must work to becoming a devotee of Krishna. You understand? If you are not wanting to be a devotee of Krishna, then you cannot become peaceful. It's not possible. It is not. See, it's explained here in that famous verse that we always show you. In the Bhagavad Gita, we explain this. Nasti buddhya yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavya heta santi. Again the word santi. Ashantasya again. Ashanta means not peaceful. Kuta shukam. See the translation? In this verse we have shown you many times. One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. How can there be any happiness without peace? In other words, if you are not going to become a devotee of Krishna, then you are simply wasting time. You follow this point? You understand? If you don't want to become Krishna consciousness, cannot become peaceful. That's not possible. And that also, Krishna consciousness means you must take up the process of becoming a devotee. You understand? Devotee. If you don't want to be a devotee, then that's not possible. That's why they are advising him that you please see that your subjects are all taking up the process. And in that way they all will become happy. You follow? If you don't accept that, which is Krishna also explained that, you know this verse, right? See here, this verse. Aham e sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhu eva cha natu mam abhijanante tatvena tashavantite. This is a very important verse. If you don't accept that Krishna is the boss, I am the only enjoyer, the master of all sacrifice, therefore those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. See this point? In other words, if you do not want to accept this, fall down means what? Definitely you're not going to become peaceful, you're not going to become happy, you're not going to get nothing. And then fall down means you can go down. Down some more means what? You can degrade to lower and lower species. Even if you are Brahminical. There is another word. You see this? Jai Sri Radha. What's that? 11.5.2 I think. 3. This verse is also quoted by Prabhupada in the, I think it is in 647 in the Bhagavatam. Ya esham purusham sakshat atma prabhavam ishwaram na bhajanti abhajananti sthanat prasti patanti yadaha. Even though you may be, highly born in high Brahmana family, what. Any members of the 4 Varnas and 4 Ashrams who fail to worship the personality of Godhead, the source of their own creation. Again, source of their own creation means what? You see that? Atma Prabhavam Ishwaram. He is what? Atma Prabhavam Ishwaram. The source of all Bhuta Bhavana. Isn't that the same meaning? Understand? See here, this is what happens. The source of their own creation, who intentionally disrespect him, will fall down from their position into a hellish state of life. You understand this point? If any of the members, that means what? If you are Brahmin, if you are Vaishya, if you are Kshatriya, if you are Sudra, or you are Brahmachari, you are Grahastha, you are Vanaprastha or Sannyas. Any of you, if they do not worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, they will fall down. You understand? It is not that I can do whatever I like. We can see one classic example. All the Brahminical orders who don't accept, what is their position? Eating meat, egg, coffee, tea, so many nonsense they are doing. Yeah? That only we can see. What we don't see, we don't. That's another thing. Yes? That is fall down. because they have failed to accept. You understand this point? It's not some joke. The whole system is created by the Lord. Chaturvanya Mahasistam Gunakarma, you know that verse, right? 413, Bhagavad Gita. I'll take it anyway. It is not a free-for-all, situation that you can do anything you like, That doesn't work like that, you see. That is what I'm sure you know. Chaturvanya Mahasistam Gunakarma Vibhagashaha Tasya Kartaram Apimam Vidhi Akartaham Avyayam. According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet a non-doer, being unchangeable. So that's the position of Krishna. He created the system. So if there's a system created by God, if you don't want to follow that, then what's the position? How does he create? Of course, here you have said like that. But here you can see how more clear it is. More clear here, you can see here. I'm sorry. Here you can see here. Chamasu said, each of the four social orders headed by the Brahmanas was born through different combinations of the modes of nature, from the face, arms, thighs, feet, of the Supreme Lord in his universal form. Thus the four spiritual orders were also generated. In other words, you can see here, the Brahmanas are born from the head. Or here the face. The arms are the Kshatriyas, correct? The thighs are the Vaishyas and the feet are the Sudras. Same thing, the sannyasis are the head, the Brahmanas, what's the next one? Vanaprasthas are the hands. Then you have the Grahasthas are the belly. Then you have the Brahmachari, the leg. The same. Understand? And it's according to the modes. See, Brahmanas are mode of goodness. Mixed passion is Kshatriyas. Mixed passion and ignorance you have got Vaishyas. And completely ignorant you get Sudras. So it's a mixed thing. And this is created by God himself, Krishna. It is not something whimsically, In fact, this whole system, if it is put together properly, then the law, what's that word? Varnashrama Acharavarta. What is that? See here, the Varnashram Acharavarta, where you got it? Vishnu, Tat Tosha, got it? Varnashram Acharavarta. Right, Vishnu Puranam. See, this is Madhya 858. So here you see this verse. Prabhupada quote this many times. Varnashramam achara vata purusena paraha puman Vishnu aradayate panta nanya tosha karanam. Okay. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, is worshipped by the proper execution of prescribed duties in the system Varna and Ashram. There is no other way to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One must be situated in the institution of the four Varnas and Ashram. You follow this point? It must be situated. There's no other way. That's why Prabhupada, he said 50% of my work is done. Another 50% is to establish Varnashram, Daivi Varnashram, not this going on in India now. That's not one. Daily Varnashram means spiritual Varnashram. So the whole idea is to put people in this order. Because there's become a messed up situation in India. Caste system is very much looked down. That's why they have put some schedule class, new class. They have created one schedule. I don't know what does that mean, schedule. They have a low class. And they have given quotas and all this. But the only way to upgrade anybody as here is that by making them what? Devotees of Krishna. You cannot do it artificially. That's not possible. Like Gandhi, Prabhupada said, he stamped everybody as Harijan. All the low-class people are stamped Harijan. It doesn't mean that you stamp someone Harijan, he become Harijan. No. You have to transform him by Krishna consciousness. That's the process. See, that's what here it is. Mahatusti Viswatma. We have to learn how to please Bhuta, Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavana. You understand? If you don't want to do this thing, then there's no possible. That's why to help everybody, the Varnashram system is so scientific. The Sudras working, the Brahmanas working, the Kshatriyas working, the Vaishyas, everybody work together to please. So in other words, the Brahminical order is so important because they're giving directions. When they are fallen, they are finished. In fact, all these areas, Indonesia, Malaysia, you name it, Cambodia, is called Indo-China. Indonesia, everything Hindu. What does it mean? It means they were all having Vedic culture. Understand? When the Brahminical order started misusing or fallen, then it collapsed. Then Buddhism came in, Muslim came in, Christian, everything, they all came. Everything collapsed. Yeah, you go to Angkor Wat, you see huge temple built by whatever king. Big, huge. But no worship. Some old lady was doing some puja for Buddha, I saw, when I was there. But why? The Brahminical order is finished. Okay, you go to Borobudur. Where's that place in Indonesia? Borobudur. Again, huge temple. One temple for Shiva, one temple, you've been there. You walk up again. Because there's no Brahminical order. Understand? When the Brahmanas fail, misusing the authority, then everything becomes. They misuse the lower people. We are Brahmins. You cannot walk. Your shadow cannot. Hey, your shadow cannot touch my. Or if you're going, you must shout out loud, I'm coming, I'm Sudra, I'm coming. Can you? In Kerala, it's a big thing. If the shadow touch the Nambudri, finish. This guy is finished. Not only that, any guy get married, his wife must go to this man first. You understand? If we get the other orders get married, the first night of the wife will be used by these Brahmins. So you think the society will go forward like that? Misuse. So when they misuse the so-called, because they are awe and reverent, the Brahminical order is what? Awe and reverent, because they are next to God practically. Yes. So when they misuse their powers, then everything is finished. Like today. Today the same thing is happening in India. More in South India also. The Brahmin, have you been? I remember I had went to one month to eat butter chalo. No. What is it? Converted Brahman. He was in his lungi. And I'm dressed in dhoti and everything. Tilak. This guy probably just woke up with the baby. You understand? And I went to one place also. You know what I mean? Because I'm devotee, They put me in the corner there to eat. But this guy is all in this side. Can you imagine? And I woke up at 3 o'clock and I'm chanting. This guy came back, I think I saw them waking up at 5 o'clock. The first thing he was drinking coffee. What is this? You understand? So the whole system has become messed up. I was traveling with one guy going up Tirupati. The car got broke down. Then he looked at me. What caste are you? In other words, he was blaming me for his car. Can you imagine? So if you're going to live with people who are like this kind of consciousness, you think you will become a devotee? You think you will become a devotee? Misuse. Whole system has gone down the tubes. And nobody is interested now. Nobody cares. That's why in India they started the scheduled caste. All the Brahmin, no class. They got no seat. Even if pass 100 and upon 100 also, sorry sir, you no seat. You understand? Because they are misused. Prabhupada explained, Kashmir. So, Kashmir Brahmins are Saraswata Brahmins, topmost. You understand? They became so, they misused their position so much. Today Kashmir is full of Muslims. And the Muslims converted came back and said, you please make us. No, we cannot. See? Okay? But you see how the Krishna conscious movement, and by mercy of Prabhupada, even low, actually I'm low class, you are maybe higher. You are from India, but anyway. So you see, how low class I'm sitting here giving high class philosophy to you. How is it possible? How is it possible? Because that's the power of pure devotee. The pure devotee, what is that word? Bell metal can be made into gold. Kanchanam. By contact of, this alchemical process, bell metal by touchstone can become. That's the power of the pure devotee. You understand? So that means one who is genuinely a pure devotee, we read this now, right? Pure devotee, right? Very rare. Because the association of pure devotee is so powerful that he can change. You understand this thing? He can change. And I'm sure you know so many verses. O Sutta, those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them. Whereas the waters of Ganges can sanctify only after prolonged use. You understand? I think there's another verse. This is the verse. I think it's, sorry. By associating with persons for whom the Supreme Personality of Godhead Mukunda is all in all, one can hear of his powerful activities and soon come to understand them. The activities of Mukunda are so potent that simply by hearing them, one immediately associates with the Lord. For a person who constantly and very eagerly hears the narration of the Lord's powerful activities, the absolute truth, the personality of God in the form of sound vibration, enters within his heart and cleanses it out of all contamination. On the other hand, although bathing in Ganges diminishes bodily contamination and infection, this process and the process of visiting holy places can cleanse the heart only after a long time. Therefore, who is the sane man who will not associate with devotees to quickly perfect his life? understand? This is the difference. Prabhupada, when he was in India, he was asking the one man, you got 4 sons, at least give me 1 son. No, I'll make him. Swamiji, what is the use of becoming Brahmin? Prabhupada left India disgusted. In fact, Prabhupada said, I don't want to go back to India. He never wanted to go back to India. So disgusted. You know? See that? Pure devotee. He can make you really happy. He can make you what? Transform your life. Even you see, what is that word? Kunda, Pulinda, Pulaksha, what? Kirata, huh? 1480 now. See this verse here. Kirata Huna, Andhra Pulinda, Pulkasa, Apira, Samba, Yavana, member of the Kasa race, and even others addicted to sinful acts can be purified by taking shelter of the devotees of the Lord. Due to his being the supreme power, I beg to offer my respectful obeisance to him. So you see the power of the devotees. In other words, if the Brahminical order again acts according to that Brahminical discipline, they will have the tejas, the power, to make all these people again sanely. As the Prabhupada said, I am creating brains. Because the Varnashram system is messed up. You follow? So we need to get the head first in order. So if you put the head in order, then everything else flows. A simple example here, we have devotees, you know what I mean? And you all are coming, going, correct? Some of you are working, correct? Yes or no? Yes or no? So by coming and associating in the temple with the devotees, how much you feel yourself making progress? Yes or no? Yes? And how much you are interested in giving up that very crazy thing, sense gratification. Is it not? Huh? Is it not? Which is the cause of all problems. The sense gratification is outside, it is what? Propagated like anything. Outside, mode of passion is, wow, it's a go thing. Correct? Huh? Yes or no? How much you are getting relief. I want to just show you some verses about sense gratification. What happens if you go in that direction? Your soul will be lost. You see here, I think it's 4:22. 4:22. What? 4:22, 28. Yeah, 28. This is spoken by Prithu Maharaj. When the soul exists for sense gratification, he creates different desires, and for that reason it becomes subject to destination. But when one is in the transcendental position, he is no longer interested in anything except fulfilling the desires of the Lord. 2 things. When you are interested in yourself, then you are interested in destination. I am the engineer, lawyer, this. So many things you want. You follow? But when you are interested in only pleasing the senses of the Lord, then you don't care anymore. You're not bothered. Right? See the next verse. Only because of different causes does a person see a difference between himself and others. Just as one sees the reflection of the body by appearing differently manifested in water, on oil, or in a mirror. When one's mind and senses are attracted to objects for enjoyment, the mind becomes agitated. As a result of constantly thinking of sense objects, one's real consciousness almost becomes lost, like the water in a lake that is gradually sucked up by big grass straws on its bank. You see this point? Constantly thinking of this sense object, one real consciousness almost becomes lost. What does that mean? Next verse explains more. When one deviates from the original consciousness, he loses the capacity to remember his previous position or recognize his present one. When remembrance is lost, all knowledge acquired is based on false foundation. When this occurs, the learned scholars consider the soul is lost. Finish. Very nicely put. Understand? Even you may be having, some Krishna consciousness, but if you go in that direction of sense gratification, it is like this tall grasses, the example is given, sucking out everything. Even your good quality also goes. As another verse, if you embrace Maya, you will get all her bad qualities. Are you following? You see how detrimental. All shipping out, good gone. So you see, of course, after this is another important verse. There is no stronger obstruction to one's self-interest than thinking other subject matters to be more pleasing than one's self-realization. This is the problem. And see, next verse is so good, you see. This is the sum and substance, the constant thinking what? This is the one. For human society, constantly thinking of how to earn money and apply it for sense gratification brings about the destruction of everyone's interest. When one becomes devoid of knowledge and devotional service, he enters the species of life like those of trees and stones. I tell you, they think it is a joke. Just now we read Mukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakale Asana. You don't understand dāsa means what? Just now we say fall down. Fall down means what? You see this? Becoming stones and trees in night business. Huh? That's why it is been warned. Kamasya Nendriya Priti. What is that? Huh? 1110. No. What is this? Kamasya 1112. What is this? Kamasya Nendriya Priti Labho Jiveta Yavataha Jivasya Tattva Jigyasya Narto Yascheha Karma Bihi. This is the how. Life desire should never be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation. Since a human being is meant for inquiry of the absolute truth, nothing else should be the goal of one's work. That's why the Varnashram system is very important. Because if you work in a setup where the Brahmin is engaged, the Kshatriya is engaged, the Vaishya is engaged, everybody is engaged, then naturally you will become Krishna conscious. Is it not? Correct? Like now, if you come in the association because everybody is serving Krishna, then you come here, you serve your senses. It's not possible. Yes or no? That association is very, very important. So the Brahminical order gives the direction. Then of course the spiritual order, the sannyasis, they are also important. They are going on preaching. Because nowadays sannyasis are misusing their position. Again another big problem. Kali Yuga, everything is becoming topsy-turvy. You follow this point? So at least the temple, you know what I mean? The system set up by Prabhu, is some hope we don't plug in into this, I don't know. I don't think it will work. It cannot work. Alright, I think I've taken too much of your time. I've explained to my best, of course, so many more things to explain, but I think I covered pretty much. Is it clear or not clear? You have questions or anything?
This caste system in the whole world exists in India.
Predominantly, very prominent in India, but it's existing all over the world. High class, low class, worker class, capitalists are against the communists. They are all same.
Identified by caste is only in India.
Yeah, because India, it is a leftover. Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, the whole thing has been very prominent in India, but now it has become degraded. That's why everybody criticizes this caste system. They think that everybody should be classless. But it cannot work. The communists, they say everybody is equal, but someone is higher and someone is lower.
Some people are more equal, some people are less equal.
Yes. This is the book, There's one book. But that book? Animal Farm. The pigs are the managers. Some are more equal than the others. So, you cannot. So the system has become chaotic. That's why the king is so important. By his power, he keeps everything, in order. You follow? And if you don't do this, I showed this verse many times to you. I think it is 11, 17, what is that? 11, 17. If you don't follow Varnashram system, this is what will happen. 11, 17, 20. Here, you see what happens if you don't follow. Dirtiness, dishonesty, thievery, faithlessness, useless quarrel, lust, anger, and hankering constitute the nature of those in the lower position outside the Varnashram system. You understand? So this is what's happening in today's society. People are dirty. They don't take baths. Yeah. Dishonest, that you can see everywhere. Thievery, can steal also, yes. Faithless, useless quarrel, lust, anger, hankering, constitute the nature of those in the lower position outside the Varnashram system. In other words, if you don't put the system in, these are going to be the what? Hallmark, the trademark for every. That's why it is so dangerous. Nobody can live can you live in a group like this? Can. Always quarreling, always fighting. Can. What? Getting cheated all the time. You like it? What? Nobody likes. You follow? So therefore, by all means, that's why the Brahmins were advising King Vena, please, you bring back this. Otherwise, the people are not going to be happy. Everything will break down. Everything will be messed up. You follow? And today, there is no bad. Today, everybody, each man is for himself now. Correct? Is there any way you can get protection? Is there any way you get... Nothing is there. As they say, dog eat dog world. They put the phrase also. Is a dog eat dog. Everything is very chaotic. But to save us, of course, is only hope. The only hope for us is this only. This is the only hope. Kalau dose nite rajan asti eko mahan guna. Kitnareva Krishnasya Mukta Shanga Param. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of four, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. And that also people find it difficult. Difficult to do. Yes, no time. Cannot do it, will not do it. Yes? Fair enough? So see, even though things are so messed, still Krishna is making some facility. Never mind you what caste. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy is what? I am not Brahmin, I am not Sudra, I am... Right? Where is the verse? Starts with what? Aham na vipro. What is that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Huh? What? 1380. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Vaishya, I am no Sudra. Nor am I a Brahmachari, householder, a Vanaprastha or Sannyasi. I identify myself only as the seven of the seven of the seven of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is like an ocean of nectar, is the cause of universal transcendental bliss, he is always existing. In other words, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is pushing the chanting of Hare Krishna. Never mind your Brahmin, Kshatriya, Sudra, whatever. You see, in his whole entourage, Haridas Thakur is supposed to be the propagator of chanting the holy name, correct? And he is a Muslim man. Right? Rupa and Sanatan, his topmost disciples, practically were Muslims. See what I mean now? You see how he picked up all those people who are what? Finished. Raghunath Sudra. Of course, there is a Gopal God is Pakka Brahman. There is also that. South Indian, Tamil, Iyengar. So you see how he mixes in everybody who are. The main point is what? Becoming the seven of the seven of the seven. Chanting. So therefore, somehow or other, at least some hope is there. That's only by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And you try to do any other thing, it will not work. Because it's so degraded. You see many other sampradayas, they cannot follow him. Many of them. Basic thing also they cannot follow. Correct? So unless you accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then things, some order. If you don't, what is that verse? I think it's 14:1, is it? Yeah, here. Things that are very difficult to do become easy to execute if one somehow or other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if one does not remember him, even easy things become very difficult. To this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu I offer my respectful obeisances. See that? That's why we chant Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadharam Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. It all has got a purpose. It's not